listening to High School Baseball presented by PSM Baseball. Also brought to you by Midwest Box Breaks and Old Ford Baseball Company on 1380 The Fan. Now let's head out to the field for today's game.
And welcome to another edition of High School Baseball and our game of the week presented by Parkview Sports Medicine live from New Haven. It is the New Haven Bulldogs hosting the South Adams Starfires. I am Brett Rump along with Dean Pantazi. Pleased to have you on this Saturday morning joining us. And, of course, we had a little bit of a change of schedule due to the rains that went through the area last night, some postponements, some delays. But out here, Dave Bischoff, he knows how to take care of a baseball field. He had this baby ready at 10 a.m. with slight delay, really not weather-related. South Adams had a delay in transportation arriving here at New Haven just before 10 a.m., but they warmed up quickly, and we are just about set for baseball. Pleased to have Dean Pantazi alongside. To my left, I am Brett Rump. Adam Lundy, our studio producer. The New Haven Bulldogs come in with a 7-4 record, and the South Adams Starfires even on the season at 4-4. New Haven will start right-hander Cordell Roberson. Roberson, a right-hander, senior pitcher. Gets the sign, and we are underway. The first pitch of the game is a fastball, just a little up for ball one.
I would not worry about these kids not being ready. They're young, and they probably took about 10 minutes to limber up, and they're good to go.
This one hit in the air center field. Over quickly, center fielder Ethan Wake, and he makes a nice running catch heading toward the right field alley. And that is out number one as Caleb Minger, the South Adams Starfires leadoff hitter, is retired. Looking at the South Adams lineup, they've got Minger leading off. Now it's Derek McKean. Derek Weaver hits in the 3 spot. First pitch to McKean is a fake bunt, pulls the bat back and takes a strike, 0-1. Righty-righty matchup, and Roberson works quickly, puts a breaking ball into the dirt to even things up, 1-1.
Wiping off the ball a little bit. If it hits the ground at all, it's going to catch something.
The 1-1. Fastball, a little tardy on the swing, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on the South Adams center fielder, Derek McKean. With 2 strikes, you still got Garcia playing in on the grass at third. This pitch misses. That'll even up the count.
Derek McKean coming in a .318 hitter.
And that pitch low and outside, and it's run full, 3-2. Roberson works quickly, brings the payoff. It's fouled straight back and out of play.
All right, you were a pitcher. I was a position player. I love a pitcher that gets it and just brings it, and let's go. Let's play.
And that's what he is doing. Here comes the 3-2 once again, and a swing and a miss at a high elevated fastball. First strikeout of the game for Cordell Roberson. And there's 2 away. Bases are empty for Derek Weaver. Weaver, right-handed hitter, takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Jax Warner will be batting in the cleanup spot, followed by Zayden Balmer, Brendan Sprunger, and Hayden Meyer. Looks like another pitch that's low and outside.
Weaver's in here as a .333 hitter. He's already got 10 RBIs on the year, and that leads the team.
The windup, the 2-0. Big swing, and he chops it wide of third, foul. Looking at the Bulldogs defensively, and you got to say it quickly because Roberson wastes no time. He's getting a change of baseballs, but around the infield, Garcia's at third, C.J. Roberson at short, Maddox Schuler at second, and Wes Whitmore at first base.
He was like, look, give me a ball. I want to throw it.
Goodwin does the catching, and here comes the pitch. And a ball lined into left center. Cutting it off is center fielder Ethan Wake, but that's going to be a clean base hit for Derek Weaver, and a 2-out single puts a runner aboard for cleanup hitter Jax Warner. Starfires batting. Top of the first inning, just underway here at New Haven. For the first time, Roberson will work from the stretch. Purple hat, purple jersey, purple pants, purple socks. The pitch. That one is hit deep to left field. Back is Eddington, the left fielder, and he'll camp under it. Couple of steps shy of the warning track, and he will make the catch. That will retire the side.
He didn't really have a good look at that right away, but he picked it up.
And so in the inning, a hit, a runner left, nothing across after a half inning. Starfires nothing, and the Bulldogs coming to bat on the high school game of the week, presented by Parkview Sports Medicine and Parkview Sports Medicine Baseball on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. Welcome back to New Haven High School. It is a slightly tardy edition of our high school baseball game of the week, but we are underway. Heading to the bottom of the first, there's no score with the South Adams Starfires and the New Haven Bulldogs. Looking at New Haven's batting order, they'll start with C.J. Roberson, the shortstop, leading off. Braylon Eddington bats second, plays left. Ethan Goodwin is the catcher in the 3 spot. Cleanup hitter Cordell Roberson is the one doing the pitching. Eric Garcia, the third baseman, bats fifth. Batting 6th, Caden Rowland, the right fielder. Ryan Haver is the DH in the 7th spot. Hitting 8th, Wes Whitmore, the first baseman, and Ethan Wake, the center fielder, will bat 9th.
This is a team that hits it well. New Haven comes in here hitting .345 as a team.
Looking at the Starfires defensively, they'll go third to first with Zayden Palmer at the hot corner. Cy Pyle is the shortstop. Duke Cunningham at second. Derek Weaver over at first. Brendan Sprunger behind the dish. In the outfield, left to right, Caleb Minger, Derek McKean, and Jax Warner. On the mound, it is Cade Sprunger, a junior right-hander, 5'8", 140-pounder. Just a little bit of everything that he provides to the Starfires. Plays some infield, outfield, and does some pitching.
Leading off for the Bulldogs, the shortstop, number 6.
So New Haven trying to get the first run of the ball game, as stepping in is leadoff hitter C.J. Roberson. Roberson,
.419 hitter. Not bad.
A junior, shows a bunt, pops it in the air third base side, and it will hit and kick foul.
You're not going to get a lot of kicking and rolling on this turf, because this is an all-turf infield with really only the base paths are dirt, and that ball just hit there, and when it landed and stayed there.
Well, and the base paths from home to first and from third to home are all grass, no dirt. You've got the circle cut out with the red clay at home plate. Of course, the pitcher's mound, and then the dirt from third through the middle of the diamond all the way over to first. Here comes the pitch, and a hanging curveball is lined into center field for a base hit for Roberson. Can't leave a hanger over the middle of the plate against a guy that's hitting over 400 on the season.
Eddington.
You go right up and down this lineup with a team that's hitting .345. There are no weak sticks. And if they are, there are very few of them.
Talked to Dave Bischoff, the veteran coach since 1985. 41 years. He's been the lead man here at New Haven, and a throw over to first, diving back, is Roberson. He said, if there was an identity of the team at this point in the season, we have speed. Let's see how long it is before Roberson uses it. He's off and running. The ball laid down by Eddington. It's a good sacrifice bunt and a close play as catcher Brendan Sprunger popped out and made a good throw to first to retire Eddington by just a step. But a sacrifice bunt puts Roberson into scoring position, and there's one away for Ethan Goodwin.
Roberson had a huge jump on that thing. Even if that ball had not been bunted fairly, he might have been going to second standing up. I mean, he had that big a jump. And he's taking a pretty good lead at second right now.
Second baseman Duke Cunningham playing close to the bag, trying to keep him as close as possible to second. The stretch, the check of the runner, and the pitch. Curveball, and that's in the air, shallow center field. Back is Cunningham, the second baseman. The wind drifts him over toward right, but he makes a nice catch. And that's out number 2.
Next up for the Bulldogs, number 7, Cordell.
Trying to get the first inning get through the first inning scoreless. South Adams in the field with gray uniforms. It's all gray with black and yellow trim. The Starfires out of Bern, Indiana.
Cordell Roberson stepping in, another 400 hitter.
Cordell, starting pitcher for the Bulldogs, steps in, gets his first at bat, and the pitch fouled straight back. And quickly, Sprunger gets ahead of his counterpart, 0-1.
Watch them get into each one of these batters, the first few that New Haven have put up. They go in there, it looks like to me, with confidence. I mean, they're swinging that bat, winging it around, and just settling in. This looks like a confident group with those sticks in their hands.
One Roberson in scoring position, another Roberson at the plate.
And a huge right field hole. If he wants to punch it to the right side, he's going to have a base hit.
The pitch, and that is fouled out of play. Kind of reached out in front of the plate on a slow breaking pitch. Looks like that's what the diet is going to be from Cade Sprunger. A lot of off-speed, a lot of breaking balls, and a lot of times those are the kind of guys that can cause really good hitting teams trouble.
Especially the first time through the lineup.
The stretch, and the 0-2. In the dirt, and there goes Roberson from second. The ball doesn't get away much, but the throw goes past the third baseman into left field. Roberson up and on his way to the plate to score the game's first run and give New Haven a 1-0 advantage here in the bottom of the first inning.
That'd be an E2 in my book.
Yeah, he didn't need to throw it. Roberson easily was going to be there on that ball in the dirt. It got blocked, but it rolled about 3 feet away from Brendan Sprunger, the catcher. He tried to make a quick throw to third, and in the rush, sailed it high over third baseman Zayden Balmer, and the error gives the Bulldogs our first run of the game. There's a fastball that's a little above the zone, and it evens up the count 2-2 now on Cordell Roberson.
That's a manufactured run right there. Stolen base, error.
And this one hit to left, fairly deep, but drifting back with room to make the play, Caleb Minger, and he will make the catch and retire the side. But some damage done. Like you said, Dean, Roberson reached on a single, got sacrificed into scoring position, and takes advantage of a wild pitch in the dirt. The error lets him score, and after one, New Haven has the 1-0 advantage over the South Adams Starfires on your PSM Baseball High School Baseball Game of the Week on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. Tin Caps back at home today, and they will have a 1:05 start. If you can't make it to the ballpark, it's the rare opportunity to get a Fort Wayne professional sports doubleheader, because you can have Tin Caps ball during the day. You can then head over to the Coliseum for playoff hockey tonight. Comets will take on Indy in Game 2. A shutout victory in Game 1 for the Comets last night, 3-0. Nathan Day gets the shutout.
Nice move by Jesse Galicki in that move, though, because Day had a real good luck against Indianapolis, and he sat down a good, solid goaltender to put his other good goaltender in there, and it really paid off. And watching between innings here, the coaching staff of New Haven got out there, and this is part of what when you're a coach, you got to do this as well. You got to be the grounds crew during the game, and they were out there putting dryer on all the area around home plate to give them a little bit more of a normal traction situation to have.
Yeah, the moisture had soaked through the upper surface of the dirt around home, but as soon as the dirt started getting kicked around, that was when it got a little slippery. You know how clay will get that slippery feel if it gets wet, and so they kind of dry it up, put a little diamond dust on there, and have us ready to go here in the top of the second inning. New Haven leads at 1-0 over the South Adams Starfires, and the visitors will send up hitters 5, 6, and 7 to face New Haven right-hander Cordell Roberson. And the first pitch to Zayden Palmer is chopped wide of third, foul. And Roberson ahead 0-1. Here's the pitch. And that ball's hit on the ground is short. C.J. Roberson with the throw across the diamond. Little wide of first. Tag attempt made, and they rule him safe.
He got around the tag.
He stayed in the baseline and avoided the tag, that sweep tag by Whitmore over at first. That will go as a throwing error on the shortstop.
Brendan Sprunger.
Balmer, to his credit, was moving down the line, and then that made that tag almost elementary and not happening because he was probably by it.
So the leadoff man aboard representing the tying run. And it brings up Brendan Sprunger. He'll show a bunt, pull the bat back, and take one in the dirt for ball one. Brendan Sprunger, a senior, 5'7", 150, right-handed hitter, facing the right-hander, Cordell Roberson. The stretch, check a bomber. Again, he shows bunt. That time he went to stab at it and just tipped it. It's foul ball at the plate, and it evens the count 1-1.
This turf infield is going to be very forgiving to people who try to lay down a bunt, because if you can keep it initially in fair territory, that's where it's probably going to stay.
Third baseman Eric Garcia for the Bulldogs. He's about a third of the way toward home, introducing himself to South Adams Starfires batter Brendan Sprunger.
He's close enough to do it.
Could just about shake hands. Here comes the pitch. Pulls the bat back and takes it low. That's a good job at the plate by Sprunger. So often these younger hitters, when they've got the bunt on, they are stabbing at pitches like that. That one taken below the knees. 2 balls and a strike. Nobody out. Runner at first. The stretch for Roberson. There goes the runner. The pitch fouled out of play. And returning to first is Zayden Balmer.
Third baseman in this situation here is going to have to be charging, because he is not going to get anything of a way of possibly that ball on a bunt curving, because of that turf just is killing it. He knows he's got to make a play.
Well, and he will back up, play behind the baseline down at third now with 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The set by Roberson. And the pitch. There goes the runner. Pitch taken low and away for ball 3. Throw down to second, and he's safe. He avoided the tag again. He didn't slide. Instead, he sidestepped a high, wide throw of second.
And then came back with the foot and extended it out there and just did beat the tag back.
So the runner is at second base.
That's
still nobody out. It's a 3-2 count on Brendan Sprunger.
Sometimes it sticks.
Roberson on the mound. New Haven, with the run in the first, has a 1-0 lead with South Adams batting top of the second. Balmer, the leadoff second. The stretch, the 3-2. That's high, ball 4. And there's 2 aboard, nobody out for South Adams, and they'll send up their designated hitter, Aiden Meyer.
Not batting. Number 29, Hayden Meyer.
Catcher Ethan Goodwin is going to go out, talk to his pitcher.
Who is, by the way, while he was really working quick in the first inning with runners on base, he has really slowed it up a little bit.
Meyer, 5'11", listed conservatively at 250 pounds on the roster. Right-handed batter. And the pitch. And it's a bunt, and a good one. Coming off the mound, Roberson fields his throw to first. To second baseman Maddox Schuler covering is accurate and in time, so it is an effective sacrifice for Meyer. Puts 2 in scoring position. That's the first out of the inning. And Sty Pyle, Starfire shortstop, hitting in the 8th spot, will step into the right-handed batter's box. And the first pitch, taken low and away. Good job of sliding out, getting his body down and blocking that, was Ethan Goodwin. It's Sprunger at third, or at second. Balmer at third. Roberson on the mound. Sty Pyle. South Adams sophomore, 5'7", at the plate. From the stretch, the pitch. And that one is lobbed into short center field. It will drop for a base hit. Sprunger just hanging at second. He's not going anywhere, but trotting in from third to tie the game is Zayden Balmer. On an RBI single, little Texas leaguer that just got over the shortstop into shallow center field, and the Starfires tie it 1-1.
Sprunger a little undecisive about what he was going to do with that one because it was a little lifted out there, and he thought there was a possible play on it, so he had to stay home. But the runner on third, he was sent home with no doubt about it, and he scored easily.
Number 9 hitter Duke Cunningham shows bunt. Bunts it foul. Third base side of home. So Sprunger still at second. Stuypile at first. 2 on, 1 out. We're in the top of the second inning.
Nice to see the sun out. This is going to bake the field a little bit, make it feel better.
The set for Cordell Roberson. And Cunningham squares, pulls the bat back, and takes it upstairs to even the count up 1-1. It's back to the top of the order after Cunningham. Roberson, very little trouble in the first, but he's been fighting it here in the second. Curveball, and that's chopped foul. It goes back to the screen behind home. 1-2. Road half of the second inning. Starfires 2 aboard. First and second, 1 out. A ball and 2 strikes on Cunningham. Roberson's pitch, and it's a bunt, a good one toward the first base side. Roberson off quickly to make the play, and he throws to first in time, and it will go as another sacrifice. Runners both advance into scoring position at second and third.
Next up, the left fielder, number 4.
And now with 2 outs, it's the leadoff man, Caleb Minger, batting for the second time. Out on a fly ball to center. He's 0 for 1. Roberson looks in, gets the sign, goes to the stretch. And the pitch. Fouled straight back. You know what they say about hitters that foul it straight behind home?
He's on it.
They're on it. Got the timing down. The 0-1 pitch from Roberson. Shows bunt. Ball skips off the plate. It goes to the backstop, and that's going to allow the runner from third, Brendan Sprunger, to trot in and give South Adams a 2-1 lead. A wild pitch took the high hop, and now I think they're going to question whether or not it skipped off the foot of Minger. The umpires converse out near the mound, and now
doesn't look like any change.
Yeah. I think the base umpire said, no, I don't think it hit him. So they'll keep it as is, which is a wild pitch, allowing the go-ahead run to score.
What it did do, that pitch, is hit some kind of clump of dirt right in front of the plate because it took off.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it hit the plate or dirt, but regardless, took a high hop back to the screen. Here's the pitch, and again, they want to put the bunt down. And, you know, South Adams may see this thick grass and think they can bunt the ball around because it's just going to die in this thick grass. But I will tell you, Roberson, the pitcher, a really good athlete, gets off that mound in a hurry. It's kind of tough to bunt against. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Minger with Stuypile, the runner, down at third. 2 outs, top of 2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And a strikeout will end things here in the top of the second. A couple of unearned runs come across. 1 hit, 1 runner left. And after 1.5 here at New Haven, the visitors, South Adams, leading it over the New Haven Bulldogs 2-1 on the PSM Baseball Game of the Week on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. Middle of the second here at New Haven, and South Adams has just taken a 2-1 lead on the Bulldogs. New Haven 7-4 on the season. South Adams an even 4-4. And New Haven will be sending up hitters 5, 6, and 7. to face right-hander Cade Sprunger. Sprunger, not a whole lot of trouble in that first inning, but the leadoff single to Roberson was enough to produce a run for the Bulldogs. He was sacrificed into scoring position. A wild pitch let him get to third, and then an errant throw on that pitch by the catcher trying to get it to third base went into left field, and Roberson came in to score, but a couple of pop outs after the sacrifice bunt, and the Bulldogs went fairly quietly, but they did get a run on the board.
Well, we know with that 345 team batting average, they do know what to do with the bat, so let's see if they can start putting that into operation here.
Now, our umpire has walked out to the mound, and I think, okay, that's what it is. Sprunger is wearing on his gloved hand, he's got his wrist taped up, and it's white tape, and you can't do that as a pitcher. And so the umpire having him remove the tape around his left wrist. It's not his throwing hand, but it doesn't matter, because when you go to that windup, you're bringing that glove and kind of leading before you bring the pitch, and it does get into the batter's line of sight. It can be a distraction, and so he'll take it off.
Don't know if this is the umpire needing no idiot or a 41-year veteran coach at third base noticing it and saying something.
It's kind of interesting playing morning baseball, because these diamonds, which if properly set, are aligned in a northeasterly direction. And so when you have morning baseball, the sun actually shines in from right field, creating a whole different look than what you have when you play a 5 o'clock game or an evening game. And it may actually be that the sun at that angle has a little glare off that white tape. First ball is lined, and it goes right through the 5.5 hole out into left field for a clean hit. Eric Garcia goes up and attacks the first pitch and gets a single, much like the first inning started for New Haven. So Garcia aboard. Caden Rowland will be the next batter. Right-handed hitter. Senior, his father, longtime football coach here at New Haven.
Off to my left as we speak.
The set, and the curveball breaks off the plate for ball one. Cade Sprunger has the gray pants pulled up just below the knees, exposing the black socks with the yellow stripes. And this pitch swung on and missed. It'll even up the count 1-1.
I gotta love the old school stirrups.
And, wearing those pants kind of old school.
Yeah.
The trends have been high, low, and now now some of them even have the pants where they don't even get to the knees. They're above the knee. Throw to first, no problem for Garcia. He's back standing up. The set by Sprunger and the pitch. Swing and a wave at a breaking pitch. Puts Rowland in a 1-2 hole. After Rowland, Ryan Haver and Wes Whitmore, these two due up for New Haven. Fastball's taken high for ball two, evening up the count. New Haven, a run in the bottom of the first, had a 1-0 lead. South Adams just struck for two in the top of the second. Now leading it 2-1. Runner on, nobody out, and the 2-2 pitch. Chopped at, missed, and that is strike three. And a strikeout for Sprunger of Caden Rowland,
who is not real happy with himself as he's walking back to the dugout, because that was one that he does.
Number 4.
I probably shouldn't have done.
That's the first out of the inning. And still at first base, Eric Garcia. Stepping in, Ryan Haver, the DH. He's a left-handed hitter. And the first pitch, a breaking ball that stays wide for ball one. Haver with the all-purple uniform and some hot pink batting gloves. Even to add to the look, some hot pink wristbands.
Might have been what I was on sale at Dick's last week.
The leadoff first for Garcia. The check and the pitch. It's high. 2-0 on the lefty.
It's interesting they've got a kid up there hitting .211 as their DH.
A doubleheader day here for New Haven. So generally, most of the players will get at least a chance to get on the field. There's a high pop, foul ground behind first, all the way over. Second baseman Duke Cunningham calls off first baseman Derek Weaver, and Cunningham makes the catch just a couple of steps into foul ground.
Good basic baseball there. He had the better look because he's coming sideways, whereas the overhead for the first baseman isn't as good a look, and having played a lot of first base, I know that is true. So the second baseman there did the right thing.
So the foul pop-up's the second out of the inning. Garcia still at first after hitting the leadoff single, and it's Wes Whitmore. Right-handed hitter, and he hits one on the ground, right side of the infield. Over is Cunningham, but he bobbles it. Had to move pretty far to his left. He did get in front of it, but as he scooped it, it bobbled out of the glove, and that will be an error on the second baseman, putting Whitmore aboard and extending the inning with 2 outs, as Garcia is now at second with number 9 hitter Ethan Wake stepping in.
He was in a hurry to make that play and didn't work out.
Wake, a left-handed batter against the right-hander Cade Sprunger. Shows bunt, pulls the bat back, and takes one outside. Now it's a delay steal, and heading down to second, there's the throw. The throw back to home, and flying in to score is Garcia. Little trickery for New Haven. They had first and second. The runner at second stole third on the pitch. Then the runner at first delay stealed. It forced the throw to second with Whitmore running, but then Garcia took off from third on the throw all the way out to second, and he was able to beat the quick throw back home, and it is now a tie game 2-2. And a bunt. Third base side, ball gets killed in the grass. In is third baseman Zayden Balmer, a quick throw to first, and he is not in time. He's safe. And now he's going to take off for second because no one is covering second base, and a throw to second's going to allow Whitmore to come in to score from third.
Next up for the Bulldogs,
A bunt.
the shortstop, number 6.
A single on the bunt. And then an error on the throw to second as it gets away from Pyle and Cunningham, who were basically running to the bag trying to cover as Wake was sprinting into second. They couldn't handle the throw, and that allows Whitmore to come in and give New Haven a 3-2 lead.
And that allows South Adams to say, we need to talk. And so there is a meeting at the mound of the entire infield and the pitcher and catcher. Okay, guys, number 1, let us settle down. Number 2, let's pay attention to what the situation is.
Not sure how you charge the error. You feel there almost has to be one, though, on that play at second on somebody, as South Adams really kind of just forgot to cover the bag. And first baseman Derek Weaver tried to throw a lob to the second base bag, hoping somebody would catch up to it. It went off a glove, but was never caught. And so that allowed Whitmore to score the second run of the inning and give New Haven a 3-2 lead.
Manufactured run there, and again, veteran coach knows what to do with all kinds of situations to maximize the effort of his team offensively, and Dave Bischoff got it done on that sequence.
Well, remember what he told me before the game. I said, what's the identity of your group this year? And he said, speed.
And there you saw it.
And they're using it. Taking some chances on the bases and forcing South Adams into a couple of mistakes. So it's back to the top of the order for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the second. They now lead at 3-2. There's 2 outs. Runner at second is Ethan Wake with C.J. Roberson, who singled his first time up, stepping into the right-handed batter's box. The pitch, curveball, and it's grounded towards short. Up with it is Pyle. The quick throw, but a lot of speed. It's an infield hit, and coming all the way around from second, diving in to beat the throw home is Ethan Wake. And again, the speed of New Haven produces another run. Scoring from second on an infield single. Ethan Wake makes it 4-2.
I was not looking at Dave Bischoff at third while that play was sequencing, but I'll guarantee you he was windmilling that runner around third from the start.
Yeah, you can't sit back. First of all, the grass is very thick here, so you cannot sit back and wait for the ball to come to you. You've got to aggressively charge. And Pyle sat back a little too much, especially with a speedy runner. And Roberson's off and running on the pitch, and there's not even a throw to second. He'll steal the base without a throw. So Roberson now into scoring position with Braylon Eddington, the batter.
I'm counting 5 stolen bases already by New Haven.
Bulldogs leading it now 4-2. Still batting, bottom of the second. The pitch taken on the inside corner for a called strike. That evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike on the Bulldogs left fielder. Sacrifice bunt. His only time up, so he hasn't had a plate appearance officially.
This running game
hasn't had that bad officially.
This running game will also upset the pitcher, and he won't be able to concentrate fully on his effort on the mound. He's got to be watching those guys as well.
C.J. Roberson, a pretty good lead at second. And there he goes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed on a breaking pitch. But again, Roberson's going to steal third without a throw. And he guessed on the look. Because as soon as Sprunger turned and looked home, which was a second or so before he began his motion, Roberson took off. And he stole third standing up. So another stolen base puts a runner at third. But it is a 1-2 count. And the pitch. Chopped. Back to the mound. Little off to the third base side. Sprunger quickly fields, throws, and retires Eddington.
Nice
in
play.
a close play at first. That will end the inning for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the second. But they do produce a couple of runs, 3 runs.
Literally.
Yeah, 3 runs across, and they have reclaimed the lead. After 2 complete, it is now New Haven 4, South Adams 2 on the PSM Baseball Game of the Week on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. With Dean Pantazi, I am Brett Rump. Adam Lundy, our studio producer. We're heading to the 3rd inning of the first of 2 that will be played here at New Haven today. One of the few games that actually stuck with a 10 a.m. start this morning. And so they became our PSM Baseball Game of the Week. New Haven and South Adams. Starfires 4-4, New Haven 7-4. And as we head to the 3rd, it's New Haven leading at 4-2 in a back-and-forth game. Here in the 3rd, first batter pops up a bunt, foul ground third base side, and that will fall.
I'll tell you what, the catcher had picked that one up pretty quickly, and it had been gone about 5 feet higher. He might have had a play on it.
It is Derek McKean. Hitters 2, 3, and 4 batting here, top of the 3rd for the visitors. McKean, a strikeout victim. It's a long time up. And the pitch, good snapping fastball, pops the glove, and it's in there for a strike. And Roberson's ahead 0-2. Roberson from the windup. And he gives him a changeup. That ball lifted in the air right center, and center fielder slipped and fell down. Wake went down, the ball in the gap, and here trying for second is McKean, and he is in there safely just ahead of the tag.
He's indicating out there in center field that it was a slip, because it might initially, if it'll be out there, you thought, well, he's making a nice diving play for the ball, but he's indicating as he walks back to his position, there's something wrong out here, and that wasn't my fault.
Well, remember, we did have the rain that moved in last night, and
can't cover the whole field. There are no tarps.
Well, occasionally you get a varmint that snuck in, or something, because all of a sudden his legs kind of went out from under him, and the ball falls in. I think he would have caught it if he had not gone down. I think he made the run into that left center field gap and was going to cut it off and make the catch, but it's a double for McKean.
He looked like he had a good shot even going down that he might catch it, which would have been a great play.
So runner at second, nobody out for Derek Weaver. 1 for 1 with a single. Roberson back to the stretch, and the pitch is in the dirt. And textbook job by the catcher, Ethan Goodwin, to go down and smother that one with no harm with the base runner. McKean takes his lead off second. Roberson checks him and throws home. And that's a fastball at the letters on the outside corner for a called strike. Evens the count 1-1. 4-2 game. New Haven with 3 in the last half inning on top. This one hit in the air, weakly right field. Charging is Roland, and he comes in to make a nice catch. Got a good jump on the baseball and raced to it in a hurry in shallow right field. It's taken care of, and that's out number 1 here in the top of the third. No, Dean, I think he covered a lot more ground than his dad maybe ever did.
Remember who said that, Jim?
Rudder's still at second. And the pitch, that's line to right. Another chance for Roland, and Hayes 2 for 2. Cut off the angle in right center and made the catch. Runner still at second base. Now there's 2 away on the line out by Jackson Warner, and Zayden Baumer will bat for the second time.
Tell you, make a play like that after a really at bat earlier in the inning by Roland makes you feel better. Get your head back in the game a little bit.
Roberson from the stretch, the pitch to Baumer, and that lifted in the air left field, and a routine play for left fielder Braylon Eddington. So 3 fly balls, and that will be it for South Adams here in the top of the third. They get a leadoff double, but he's left stranded at second. So after 2.5, the score remains New Haven 4, South Adams 2 on the PSM Baseball Game of the Week on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. What is turning out to be a gorgeous day in Northeast Indiana. We are at New Haven, going to the bottom of the third with the Bulldogs leading it over South Adams 4-2. It was a single run in the first that gave New Haven a 1-0 lead. And then a couple of runs in the top of the second for South Adams gave the Starfires a brief 2-1 advantage, but the bottom half of the inning, 3 runs across for New Haven, and that's where we stand after a scoreless top of the third. New Haven comes to bat with Goodwin, Roberson, and Garcia, hitters 3, 4, and 5, facing right-hander Cade Sprunger.
Oh, pitching change.
No, it's still Sprunger.
Okay. Was he the last batter? I think he was.
Well, he had warmed up, and then he had gone over. I don't know if he took something out of his pocket or what, but he'd gone over toward his dugout and then came back and joined the rest of his infield on the mound. But he's ready to go, and Goodwin ready at the plate. And the first pitch is taken high for ball 1.
Now New Haven wants to get some more guys on base to start the track meet going again.
And Goodwin, not among those that have been on base so far today. He popped out to second base.
Now back to high school baseball presented by PSM Baseball on 1380 The Fan.
It's a beautiful day and almost too much sunshine, with the sunshine coming in from the east with us sitting on the west side of the ballpark.
It baked it.
It baked our iPad. But we've got it back. Thanks to a concession stand with a little space in the refrigerator, we have been able to cool the iPad. We are back here at New Haven with our PSM Baseball Game of the Week. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. It's a 4-2 score. New Haven leading it, 1 out, and number 8 hitter Wes Whitmore in the batter's box. South Adams, Sprunger delivers a weak roller toward third. Charging hard is Zayden Baumer, and he makes a nice play. Scoops it and throws it on the run and retires Whitmore on a 5-3 put-out.
Fielder, number 11, Ethan Wake.
Good stab, pickup, and a true throw. Really good play all the way around.
Well, we missed you for a half inning, but didn't miss much. No runs were scored in the half inning we were away. And so now with 2 outs and the bases empty, Cade Sprunger on the mound delivers to the number 9 hitter Ethan Wake, and he takes one high and inside, turning away that front shoulder, and it's 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. That's also upstairs, 2-0. It's kind of funny, Dean, that the mind block when you've got a number 9 hitter in the batter's box for a pitcher, most difficult guy to throw strikes to. And it's 3-0. He misses upstairs again.
And look at the pitcher on the mound. He knows this is not the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, 3-0 count on the number 9 hitter. And that one at the top of the zone, a called strike. 3-1. Third baseman, Zayden Bomber, in on the grass. Rest of the infield straight away. And the 3-1 pitch. And it's bunted back to the mound. Sprunger, few steps in, throws to first. A high throw, and it pulls Weaver off the bag.
And he dropped it anyway. No, he was trying to make the tag.
But that was going to be a close play regardless. I think the speed kind of surprised Sprunger.
I think that's a hit, don't you?
Yeah, I'm going to give him a hit because he was hustling down that line, and Sprunger kind of took his time on the throw and then sailed it high, but I think he might have beaten it out.
Now let's see if the track meet starts again.
So now you've got C.J. Roberson at the plate, 2 outs, runner at first, and it's a perfect running situation if you want to try to steal second. Worst case scenario, you throw him out, you start next inning with the top of your order. And Roberson is 2 for 2 today.
He's going.
And there goes the runner. Pitches low. Quick throw to second. Not even close. Diving in way ahead of the tag is Ethan Wake.
With what I count as, I think, the 11th stolen base of this game.
New Haven has been off and running. But you got a pitcher with a pretty deliberate motion and a lot of breaking balls. So the 1-0 count on Roberson.
He's going again.
And a curveball's down and in. There's not even going to be a play. You got a running start off second. He's into third without a throw. So if your math is correct, it's now 12 stolen bases for the Bulldogs. And they've got another run just 90 feet away. And a 2-0 count on Roberson at the plate. And this pitch is just a little high. 3-0. Got a guy hitting over 400 at the plate. Runner at third, 3-0 count. Do you give him the green light? Here's the pitch. He takes all away, and it's low anyway for ball 4.
Next up for the Bulldogs.
So the inning continues. First 2 were retired by Cade Sprunger, but
Eddington.
A bunt single and a 4-pitch walk, and now you've got Braylon Eddington, Bulldogs left fielder, stepping in to the right-handed batter's box. A 4-2 New Haven lead. They bat bottom of 4. 7-inning game in high school baseball. And off and running is Roberson. He left when Sprunger went to his stretch, and he'll just trot into second base with a stolen base.
13.
They had no concern at all about Roberson at first. With 2 outs in the inning, they want the batter. And this pitch is high and inside, and that's 6 straight out of the zone.
You want to tell me if that ball hadn't been high and been on third base, Roberson wouldn't have taken off again?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's got a huge lead off second. The full windup for Sprunger. And this ball lined down the third base line, but foul. Hard hit shot. Skimmed the ground, and a diving stop was made, but it was in foul territory by third baseman Zayden Balmer. That was a heck of a play for the third baseman, but with the ball being foul, it's all for naught. But
he's made a few of them. He's really been strong there on the defensive side.
The windup. The runner coming in from third. A swing and a miss. He slides in safely. Wow.
That was strike 3, though, wasn't it? Jackson. Yeah, run doesn't count.
So it actually was a 1-2 count. Wow, what a sequence. Because he's swinging away with a runner barreling down his backside. And with a right-handed hitter, he almost went right into the bat.
My thinking is he probably lost track of the count.
And so that is the strikeout is recorded. as the third out of the inning, and the run does not count. It would have been a steal at home, though, because the umpire did rule him safe on the slide. So it stays a 4-2 game. New Haven leading it over the South Adams Starfires, and we go to the 5th inning next on the PSM Baseball Game of the Week on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. As we head to the 5th inning, it's hitters 9, 1, and 2 coming up for the South Adams Starfires, who trail the New Haven Bulldogs 4-2. It's still Cordell Roberson on the mound, and the first pitch to Duke Cunningham is taken. What I believe is a ball. This pitch is hit on the line, and it shoots into left field for a base hit. Leadoff single for the 9-man. It's a good way to start the inning for South Adams, down by 2. They'll turn it over to the top of their order, and Caleb Minger. Minger 0 for 2 so far in the game. Steps into the left-handed batter's box. Third baseman Eric Garcia well in on the grass down at third. Minger, a 5'8", 155-pound senior, and he will show bunt it right off the bat into his face. It's a foul ball.
He was out of the batter's box when he got hit.
Boy, it went right off the bat into his face. He either bunted it out of the box. I can't imagine. He didn't have time to run out of the box and hit the ball. And I think the base umpire is going to get this right. He's going to say if he didn't illegally bunt it, there's no way you can call him out.
And given the fact that the grounds are so wet and you can't really do lines, you really couldn't tell if he was out of the box or not.
When it comes straight off the bat into the facial area, it's pretty much got to be a batter still in the batter's box. The 0-1 pitch, he tried to bunt it again and fouled it back. So it's an 0-2 count on the leadoff man, Caleb Minger, batting with nobody out and a runner at first. Top of the 5th inning. New Haven 4, South Adams 2. The 0-2 pitch. That's way upstairs. Tried to go for that elevated fastball on the 0-2 and just elevated it too much, sent it up there head high. Minger ready. Roberson delivers, and it is a called third strike, a fastball on the outside corner.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 1.
One away.
McKean.
Runner still at first is Duke Cunningham, and it will bring up Derek McKean, the Starfire center fielder. Doubled his last time up, leading off the third. That was a ball where the center fielder slipped down, looked like he was just about there to make the catch. And the first pitch is a fastball high for ball 1. Cunningham, the runner at first. And actually, on the roster, it's Buckingham. They had Cunningham on the sheet. So it's Buckingham at first. And the next pitch is high. It's 2-0 on McKean. Right-handed hitter. Closed stance. And he fouls it straight back and out of play. 2-1. So Buckingham has the lead at first after starting the inning with a single. And the pitch. Low and outside, 3-1. New Haven with just a 2-run lead. And the top of the 5th of a 7-inning game.
See if South Adams sends the runner.
3 balls, 1 strike. The set. Runner stays. And the pitch low and outside, and it's a 5-pitch walk to McKean, and now there's 2 on. So the tying runs are on base. And you're in the heart of the South Adams order with number 3 hitter Derek Weaver stepping to the plate.
Number 22, Derek Weaver.
Weaver's going to get a quick conference with Brad Buckingham as manager.
Question I have here Is he telling him push it toward the first baseline, push it to the third baseline, or swing away? The play is to push it to the third baseline.
Long talk, and he keeps pointing out either from the third base line, he's pointing out either toward the mound or toward right field. I'm not sure what the discussion's about, but Weaver now will step in. Weaver, a good size hitter. He's a 6'3", 215-pound senior. Buckingham, the runner at second. McKean, the runner at first. And the pitch. And he hits it to right center. Back is Roland. He'll camp under it. He cheated into that right center field gap and had him played really well. The catch is made, and none of the runners can advance. The second out of the inning.
Not bad, the right fielder.
Tell you, a lot of positioning with the right fielder. That would have been in the gap. But Roland cheating way over toward right center with the right-handed hitter, and that is right where that ball was caught.
South Adams is probably double thinking that right now to send the runner back to tag, because the outfielder was moving back to play the ball.
So it's up to cleanup hitter Jax Warner. Warner, right-handed hitter. Roberson delivers, and a called strike at the knees on the outside corner. Buckingham started the inning with a single. He's at second. McKean had a one-out walk. He's the runner at first. And the 0-1 pitch. Fouled straight back, and a 0-2 hole for the Starfires cleanup hitter, as Roberson trying to get out of this inning and protect this 2-run New Haven lead. A long look in. Roberson finally gets the sign, goes to the set, and the 0-2. Check swing. Didn't go, and the pitch just a little low. Had to pause for a moment, Dean, because I thought they could call the swing or they could call the pitch. They called neither.
Well, it was low, and it might have been also a little inside. The swing was a tough call.
So it's a 1-2 count, and the pitch on its way, a curveball that stays up high. That evens it up 2-2. And now if you're Roberson, it's like you danced around him. Now you got to go get him. You don't want to give the runners the head start. 2-2, 2 outs, the pitch. And it is a 3-2 count on a fastball in. So the runners will be off and running. Getting a head start here with a payoff pitch. 2 outs, top of the 5th. On its way, and he hits it. Left field corner, it's deep, and we've just got to watch for a reaction because we can't see that far corner, and it must have fallen foul.
No reaction means foul ball. Nobody was doing anything. Nobody gets excited about a foul ball.
Well, Warner gave it a pretty good ride deep into the left field corner, and giving chase was Eddington, but he ran out of view for us. Our press box just above the dugout on the third base side, and we've got
you lose the fence,
the cinder block wall. So once it gets to that corner, we can't see it. But we'll have everybody do it again. Buckingham will be running from second, McKean will be running from first, and Warner will be up there with the 3-2 count, and that is low, ball 4, and the bags are full, and the go-ahead run trots down to first. The second walk allowed in the inning by Cordell Roberson. I asked Coach Bischoff what his plan was pitching-wise today. He said by committee. But it's been a committee of 1 here in the first game of 2. Roberson has gone the distance. And a swing and a miss at a fastball by Zayden Balmer. Balmer reached on an error and had a fly ball to left. It's 0 for 2. Could really do damage here, though, with the bags full. Low and outside, evens the count, 1-1. And remember, Warner was in an 0-2 hole, and Roberson eventually lost it. The 1-1. High in the air, playable, shallow right. Back is second baseman Maddox Schuler, and
He got it.
He got the catch falling down. Reached high above his head, and he fell back to his backside, but he did hold on and make the catch. The side retired, the bases left loaded here in the top of the fifth for the South Adams Starfires. Nice play by second baseman Maddox Schuler to end the Starfires' fifth. We're through 4.5 here at New Haven. Bulldogs leading at 4-2 over the South Adams Starfires on the PSM Baseball Game of the Week on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. High school baseball now. Tin Caps baseball coming your way this afternoon. Mike Maas and Andy Yakum with the call of the Tin Caps and the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers. Well, I'll tell you, Dean, been at the ballpark every night this week, and that is an aggressive and talented offensive team in Wisconsin, a Milwaukee Brewers affiliate.
Which is why they sit in the standings where they do.
So it is the bottom of the fifth inning. New Haven comes to bat leading at 4-2, and they've got hitters 3-4, starting with Ethan Goodwin, their Bulldogs catcher. First pitch is low for ball one. Here's the windup. And this one in the center should be pretty routine for Ethan Wake. He'll drift a few steps back. An easy catch for the Starfire center fielder. And that's out number one here in the bottom of the fifth inning.
Cordell Roberson.
Chance for the pitcher to help himself. Cordell Roberson steps in. So far, a couple of flyouts. One to left, one to right. Both pitchers have gone the distance. Breaking pitch bunted. Back to the mound. Coming in, fielding it, Sprunger, throw to first, and that retires Roberson by a half step. And it's quickly two-away.
Garcia coming to the plate.
Play made on the bunt. Pitcher to first.
Give the pitcher a lot of credit for coming off the mound very quickly to make that play.
Eric Garcia, Bulldogs third baseman, batting for the third time. He's got a perfect game going. He's 2 for 2. Singles in both the second and third innings for Garcia. The first pitch taken for ball one in tight. Sprunger, hand over his face. Gets the sign, winds, and delivers high for ball two, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. That's outside for ball three, 3-0. Sandwiched between Highway 30 and John Young Stadium. High school baseball. The 3-0 pitch, that's taken all the way for a strike, 3-1. 4-2 game. New Haven leading it over South Adams. Bulldogs batting bottom of the fifth. 2 outs, base is empty. And the 3-1 to Eric Garcia. In the air, shallow left center. Drifting in is center fielder Derek McKean, and he will come in and make the catch. And it's a 1-2-3, bottom of the fifth. Cruising right along here in New Haven with a 4-2 Bulldogs lead over the South Adams Starfires. We head to the sixth inning next on the PSM Baseball High School Baseball Game of the Week on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. Back at New Haven as we head to the sixth inning. New Haven has made a pitching change. 5 innings in the books for starter Cordell Roberson. And the new pitcher is Ryan Haver. Haver started the game as the DH, now on the bump. He's a left-hander so far this year. He's been a regular on the mound. 9 appearances and 420 earned run average.
5 saves, so seems to me that this is the closer.
Haver is a junior left-hander. Not a big guy, too. The whole infield huddling on the mound. And
Catcher, number 6.
Haver about chest high compared to everybody else. Starting pitcher Cordell Roberson, he stayed in the game. He's now at second base, replacing Maddox Schuler. So Haver will face Brendan Sprunger to start the inning, and this one foul tipped into the glove for strike one.
Haver's thrown 21 2/3 innings, so he's got the most innings piled up of any of the New Haven pitchers.
Breaking ball, hit on the ground, middle of the diamond. Long to his right is Roberson, and the starting pitcher playing second makes a nice play from deep behind second. A throw to first in time, and there's one away.
Number 29, Haven Meyer.
Well, you've got the law firm of Roberson and Roberson playing the middle of the infield for the Bulldogs, with CJ the shortstop, now Cordell at second base. One away for Hayden Meyer. Big swing and a miss. Meyer, a big fella, 5'11", 250 plus, batting from the right side. And that one is down and in to even the count 1-1. Meyer, sacrifice his first time up, and a strikeout the last time up. There's a fly ball, right field line, and it will drop in for a base hit. So Meyer goes the opposite way, and we talked about Rowland playing way over toward right center with the right-handed hitter, and so he was positioned a long way from getting to that one, and that will go as a single for Hayden Meyer with one out, and put a runner aboard for Sty Pyle, the Starfire shortstop. 1 for 2 with a single back in the second. Hit into a double play to end things in the fourth. And
number 8.
Got a runner.
So a runner for Meyer. It gave us Cade Sprunger.
Cade Sprunger in the run.
Which is kind of strange. Sprunger, the pitcher for the Starfires.
Well, Sprunger is one of those names you're going to see a lot of down in South Adams territory.
This bunt attempt is fouled back by Sty Pyle. 0-1.
Infield in at third.
The set and a throw to first. They got him picked off. Good pickoff move by the lefty, and now it is a rundown. And they go to Haver. Haver throws to Roberson. Roberson fakes the throw, and in between the bag, it took about 3 throws, but eventually C.J. Roberson makes the tag, and that will be a pickoff of Sprunger, who came in to run for Meyer, and I'm sure that was not part of the game plan when they put Sprunger in to run. 2 outs. And a really good move by the lefty.
He was totally fooled by it.
The pitch. And that is upstairs. Evens the count up 1-1.
That is a scorer's nightmare to try and figure out what the play is on that.
Roller to third. Up with it, Garcia. The throw across the diamond in time. And Haver comes in, faces the minimum here in the 6th. We head to the bottom of the 6th next, with New Haven leading at 4-2 over the South Adams Starfires on the high school baseball game of the week, presented by PSM Baseball on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. Oh, the skies are really clearing. Abundant sunshine here in New Haven. Started as a rather gray, cool start, but it has warmed up nicely, and an abundance of sunshine, Dean. It turned into a perfect day for a doubleheader. And here in game 1 of 2 between South Adams and New Haven, we head to the bottom of the 6th inning with the home team leading at 4-2 over the Starfires.
There are not a lot of clouds in that sky right now. If they are, they're in the east, and they're moving away from us.
Hitters 6, 7, and 8 will face Cade Sprunger, who's gone the distance so far for South Adams. And the first pitch to Rowland is rolled to second. Sitting back on it is Buckingham. He had to make a quick throw because Rowland was flying down that line, and a bang-bang play. They got Rowland. Boy, Buckingham kind of nonchalanted that, didn't charge it. And we've talked about this thick, heavy grass. I mean, it's a beautiful infield, but that grass is thick. And even though it's been freshly cut, it still just swallows up those ground balls. You've got to charge them. Almost gave Rowland an opportunity, an infield hit. This one from Haver is rolled to second. Charging is Buckingham.
Yeah, they didn't get him.
Run. Yeah, they didn't get the left-handed hitter, Ryan Haver. He beats it out. That one had a little less on it. Just barely got to the edge of the grass.
West, Whittemore.
And it'll go as an infield single for Ryan Haver.
Schuler.
So with one out, there's a runner on. And New Haven sends in a courtesy runner for their pitcher.
Time to run again if I'm New Haven. They haven't shown a thing at South Adams that they're going to be able to stop that running game.
Chance to add insurance here in the bottom of the sixth. This game only slated for 7. So South Adams down to their final 3 outs. Sprunger steps off, fakes over to first. A legal play because he did step off with the back foot before he made the turn. Here's the pitch, and that's taken for a strike at the letters on the outside corner. 0-1.
For one of the few times we've seen a runner on first base, he wasn't going on the pitch.
Wes Whitmore reached on an error and grounded to third. He's 0 for 2.
He's going this time.
And a throw to first.
So did Sprunger.
Yeah, but if that's the move for Sprunger, now you know why New Haven's got that running start, because he hops back with the back foot and then makes the turn to first. So it's not a real quick pickoff throw. It's not that snap move.
And you can pick it up.
Here comes the pitch, and it's chopped foul behind home. Still wasn't running. It's 0-2 now on Whitmore. All the runs in this went early in the ball game. New Haven had a single run in the first, added 3 more in the second, and they've been quiet since. South Adams got both their runs in the top of the second inning. There goes the runner. And this one grounded up the middle right to second base. And he tried to make the scoop standing on the bag and get the force play of the runner sliding in. And everything, bang, bang, happened all at once, and they rule him safe. They say the runner got there before the ball got to the glove of Buckingham. The second baseman went right to the bag and fielded it.
And he might have been hurt on that play with the runner sliding in.
Might have gotten spiked on the ankle. Yeah, because the runner was going on the play, ground ball middle of the diamond. Buckingham was already moving toward the bag to cover. And so with the ball being hit right directly at the second base bag, he just put his foot on the bag and reached for the ball and fielded the grounder, hoping to get the out. But
he had illusions.
Or the runner got there. It's a courtesy runner. Got there just a tad ahead of the baseball.
He was thinking double play.
Process slid right into the ankle of Buckingham. So still 2 out, or correction, 1 out, 2 runners on. And a bunt attempt by Ethan Wake, and he bunted right through it. It's a courtesy runner out at second. We haven't seen the number. It's on the back of the jersey. We haven't seen the back. We're told it's number 1. That would be Jacoby Schuler.
And now we finally did see the back. And it is indeed number 1.
So Schuler, the runner at second. Whitmore, the runner at first.
Huge hole on the right side of the infield.
1 out. New Haven already leading at 4-2. Number 9 hitter Ethan Wake with an 0-1 count. Again shows bunt, pulls the bat back, and takes up high, evening the count 1-1.
I'm thinking the play is just swing away and make some contact, because you've got the huge hole on the right side, and the shortstop is moving over to cover third, and there's a huge hole on the left side. There is a humongous canyon up the middle.
We got a timeout, and Dave Bischoff wants to talk to Ethan Wake, so he'll meet him halfway down the third base line.
I wonder if he didn't just tell him what I just said. It makes a lot of sense. I mean, there will be a huge hole up the middle. He makes any kind of contact, and the ball goes to the ground ball up the middle. It's going into center field.
New Haven batting, bottom of the 6th, 2 runners on, 1 out. And the left-handed hitting Ethan Wake with a 1-1 count. The set by Sprunger. And the pitch shows bunt. and he can't keep it in play. It rolls foul wide at the third base line.
Well, his misfortune was his bunt landed down in the hard dirt part, which is actually going to, if it's spinning, it is going to go foul. It gets to the grass, it's not spinning anywhere.
And they got the runner at second sleeping. No,
Whoa.
They say no. There was timeout called. There was timeout called at home plate. The runner at second had taken a lead and was just looking at the dirt and looking into space, and second baseman Hugh Cunningham snuck in behind him, sprung her through, and that was very close, but there's no play because time had been called at home plate.
And I think the runner had seen time had been called.
The 1-2 pitch. It's high, 2-2. Cade Sprunger, junior right-hander, 5'8", 140 pounds. He's gone the whole way for this Starfire squad, coming in with an even 4-4 record. The set and the 2-2 pitch. Popped right in the air at the pitcher's mound. Drifting in a few steps is Sprunger. He'll make the catch, and that is out number 2.
The last thing New Haven wanted to happen.
I assume that was called an infield fly rule. Didn't see
Never saw it called.
Call it, but a pretty routine pop-up, few steps in, off of the mound, and handled easily by Sprunger. So with 2 outs and the runners at first and second, it's back to the top of the order. And C.J. Roberson. Roberson's had a day. He's reached every time up. A couple of singles and a walk. And a boatload of stolen bases.
That count is held at 13 on stolen bases for a while now.
I think he's got 4 or 5 of them. The pitch, taken for a strike on the outside corner, and Sprunger gets ahead 0-1. Defense straight away, all the way around from third to first. Outfield, medium depth, a little deeper in left. Playing him to pull. The 0-1. Yes. And he does pull it. Line drive left field. That will be down. Rounding third is the runner. He's going to come in to score without a play. And Jacoby Schuler, who was in running, comes in to score, and that's insurance for New Haven. They now lead it 5-2. RBI single for C.J. Roberson, a 3-for-3 day with a walk. What an afternoon or morning for Roberson. And it brings up Braylon Eddington with 2 outs. That ball skips away from Sprunger and heading to third. A close play, but just sliding in ahead of the tag is Wes Whitmore. That was a bang play, and Whitmore just got to the bag before the tag was applied.
Base hit here would really be big for New Haven.
So that'll be a wild pitch. Both runners advance. Now second and third. The 1-0. Chopped weakly and foul over on the third base side. Yeah, it would really open things up if Eddington can get his first hit of the day. Credited with a sacrifice his first time up, a strikeout in the 4th. Batting in the 6th with his team up 5-2. Runners at second and third. 2 outs and the 1-1 pitch. It's low. 2-1. Eddington, the Bulldogs left fielder. Right-handed hitter. Right-handed hurler. And the pitch swung on and missed. Counts even 2-2. Sprunger wants a new baseball.
You got to think if New Haven had a guy up there that they were confident that would be a guy that would put it in play on a bunt, this would be the time to drop the bunt because both the corner infielders are way back.
Whitmore at third, Roberson at second. The 2-2 pitch to Eddington. And that's on the ground to third. Backhanded by Balmer. Long throw across the diamond in time. And the side is retired. New Haven picks up a big insurance run here in the bottom of the 6th inning on a 2-out single by C.J. Roberson. And as we head to the final inning, the 7th inning next, it's New Haven 5 and the Starfires 2 on the high school baseball game of the week on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. Well, we'll see if we have developed a trend here on our Parkview Sports Medicine baseball game of the week, because our first ball game a couple of weeks ago, Leo was leading Angola 8-3 as we went to the top of the 7th at about this time of day. And somewhere around 12:35, we had to sign off to send it to the Tin Caps game. And Angola was up 10-8. But a 5-2 game. New Haven leads. They've got their closer on the mound. And the first pitch to number 9 hitter Duke Buckingham is swung on and missed for strike 1. Off-speed pitch from Ryan Haver. Left-handed hurler winds, delivers, and reaching out and chopping it foul is Buckingham. And it's an 0-2 count. Bulldogs trying to improve to 8-4. This one just staying alive. He reaches out, fouls it off.
Haver has been in 9 on the mound, 9 of the 12 New Haven games so far. So he's gotten some work. Piled up over 21 innings. Now over 22.
It's an 0-2 count on the leadoff man here in the 7th. 9-hitter Duke Buckingham. And the 0-2 pitch. And he lines it to short. Caught by Roberson for out number 1.
The one thing I've noticed about Haver, he pitches to contact. And if you're successful with that, you can be very, very effective.
Certainly not a guy that looks to be overpowering. He changes speeds, throws that little looping breaking ball and a changeup. And it's back to the top of the order. And Caleb Minger takes one high and inside for ball 1. Wind up. And a slow breaking ball that breaks off the outside corner in a 2-0 count now on Minger.
Great pitch to throw to a lefty.
Got to come here. 2-0. Goes to the breaking ball, and that drops in at the top of the zone for a strike.
Just in watching him in the short time we've watched him, he does like to use the breaking ball.
The 2-1 pitch. Fastball fouled back, and it's even 2-2. Minger, a senior infielder, or outfielder. Here's the pitch. Oh, a very defensive swing. The pitch was down and in, and he just kind of chopped it and got a piece of it. Stays alive, still 2-2. The windup and the pitch. That's low, 3-2. Minger, a left-handed batter. Haver, a southpaw on the mound. And the payoff delivery. Oh, and a called strike on a pitch. Looked to be low and outside, but it's rung up. And Minger caught looking for the second out here in the top of the 7th.
And he's had to walk to the back of the dugout 3 times now in 4 at-bats.
2 outs, the bases are empty. New Haven with a 5-2 lead, and Derek McKean will go after the first pitch, lifted into shallow center field, and that will drop over the head of shortstop C.J. Roberson and in front of Ethan Wake, the center fielder. So a 2-out hit, and things stay alive.
Tying run goes Starfires. Yes, tying run coming in. No, not yet. Well, yeah. Not yet. It's not 4-2 anymore.
It's 5-2, 3-run game.
First baseman, number 22, Derek Weaver.
And it's Derek Weaver, the number 3 hitter. Starfires first baseman. A couple of fly balls to right and a single back in the first. Haver already has a pickoff of a runner last inning. Here's the pitch. And way ahead of that slow breaking ball. Big swing and a miss for Weaver.
Weaver is their top RBI guy with 10, so they got the right guy up there.
McKean leads off first and the 0-1. Another slow breaking ball high in the air. Center field. Straight at Ethan Wake. He'll camp under it and make the catch, and that will end the ball game.
Oh, yeah, Ron.
Nothing across for the Starfires here in the 7th. And good job by the New Haven pitching staff. After a couple of runs in that second, they put up nothing but zeros. And South Adams ends up falling 5-2 to New Haven. For South Adams, they see their record drop below 500, now 4-5 on the year. And New Haven improves to 8-4. We'll take a break, and we will come back and wrap it up here from New Haven next. This is High School Baseball, presented by PSM Baseball on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. Well, talking to New Haven manager Dave Bischoff before this doubleheader, asking him about his team, he said the best word to define them would be speed. And for as far as a pitching staff, a lot of guys that are solid, but they don't really have that ace. And he said today would be pitching by committee, but it was a pretty small committee, a committee of 2 that was able to get through game 1. And a really nice job on the mound by Cordell Roberson and Ryan Haver to limit the South Adams offense.
They did the job. I was counting up their strikeouts, and I'll get to the count in a little bit. But they didn't let them have much. Beyond that second inning, South Adams only had, they stranded a runner in every inning, but they never got them past second base. And you'll be successful if you can do that.
Well, a couple of runs scored in the second, and it, for a brief time, gave South Adams a 2-1 lead. New Haven came up in the bottom of the second, added three runs to make it a 4-2 game. It stayed that way all the way until the bottom of the 6th inning, when New Haven was able to add an insurance run and take a 5-2 advantage to the 7th. And then Ryan Haver did what Ryan Haver has done this year, and that's close the door, finish it off for the New Haven Bulldogs.
Well, he did the job. He pitched to contact, didn't do anything fancy. The balls that he got put in play were put in play where people could make the play and retire the batter. So, again, he did a job, and if I know save rules, that would be number 6 for him right now.
Well, and as we said, Bischoff described his team as a team with speed, and they used that speed to put a lot of pressure on the South Adams defense. South Adams made a couple of mistakes, and New Haven produced runs as a result.
South Adams had a little bit of a bump in the road early in this one, and I give them credit for making this game really nicely and competitive, and it was competitive throughout. But they had their little bus trip adventure here, where they were very late getting here, like within about 20 minutes of when the game was supposed to start. And to their credit, they were ready to go within 10 minutes after the scheduled 10 o'clock start. So they got out there and did the job, sucked it up, and put a nice, good effort out there. But combining the really good pitching that New Haven got and that crazy base running that really, I say, manufactured a good portion of the runs they were able to put on the board, they came out on top.
Yeah, the fun stories of high school sports. On a Saturday, the team had shown up at South Adams High School expecting to board a school bus, and instead, apparently a bus driver that didn't know they were scheduled, the bus didn't arrive, and so the coaches tracked down the keys to the little minibus, and they loaded who they could onto the minibus, and that was driven here by one of the coaches. And I think a couple of other coaches may have carpooled a couple of guys to get them here to New Haven. And as you said, they arrived just minutes before what was scheduled to start at 10 o'clock.
So they walked in when I did.
A little bit of a late start. So, but the game over, and we're glad we got one in for you here on this Saturday morning. A beautiful day right now. The clouds have kind of dissipated from high overhead, so it is a beautiful Saturday, and we hope you enjoy it. Maybe even enjoy it downtown. It's a big day for sports in Fort Wayne. Tin Caps with Military Appreciation Day, they've got that coming up in less than an hour.
They anticipate a big crowd downtown.
And they're expecting over 5,000 at the ballpark for Military Appreciation Day today, but that means there's still tickets available if you want to take the family out for an afternoon of entertainment. And if you don't make it to the game, Mike Maas and Andy Yakum will have the call here at 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM coming up at 12:45. And then tonight out at the Coliseum, Comets go for the 2-0 series lead against the Indy Fuel after the Comets won the series opener last night 3-0. Here at New Haven, our final score, the New Haven Bulldogs improved to 8-4 on the season with a 5-2 win over the South Adams Starfires. For our studio producer, Adam Lundy, and for Dean Pantazi, I am Brett Rump. Thanks for listening to High School Baseball presented by PSM Baseball on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM.